Hey everyone, it's the Sparkle Girl, or Kitten Sparkle, whatever you guys prefer. So, as you can notice, well, if you guys remember on my community post that I will going to share, well, like you guys can notice, Bambi. So let's just say I've always loved Bambi, like for many reasons. To tell you guys this, and and also, I'm going to mention some things that you guys might like to hear on my own thoughts about Bambi and all kinds. So, let's just start with the first movie. So, the first movie came out back in 1942. And I had to admit, it is a good film, but there are also a few moments that I don't really like about that. Well, much, something like that. And if I had to admit, there were also a few moments where can be a bit disturbing that you guys might find it like agree with me or something. And I'm sorry if I spoil for you guys, because if you have not seen Bambi film or anything, that's fine. So if you don't want to listen to my review about Bambi, then don't watch it at all. So otherwise it will be spoilers. So just be aware of that. So anyway, to those who have seen Bambi, including myself, Bambi is just one of the dearest deer of all time throughout the whole Disney media. And don't get me wrong, he is the cutest deer after all, and he is the prince of the forest. Well, let's just say his father is actually the prince of the forest, although Bambi is the youngest prince of the forest. So let's just not get too confused, okay? Because I know it's kind of a bit confusing, because I always keep questioning how come his father is the prince of the forest? Why can't he be the king of the forest? Something like that. So make it better that way so we don't get confused, right? So I bet you guys kind of agree with that, right? But it's okay if you don't, but that's just my personal opinion, so let's just respect that. And, well, let's just say, I didn't, well, let's just say I did mention in a community post about some things that I don't like, and I did mention in the community post and said, one, I don't like the scene where all the deers are running away from the hunter, and the bit where Bambi and his parents ran away together until the shoot started, made a bang. So, I have to admit, it is a bit scary, but if I have to admit, I don't think it's that scary, but it's just the way it plays in that. Like, I feel anxious about what's gonna happen. Are those animals going to get hurt? I mean, seriously. You guys probably have seen my community post anyway about me too sensitive with animals anyway. So let's just say I always had concerns for the animals, as I do for us human beings. But let's just say, don't get me wrong, but I believe there's some person on YouTube told me once that I should get my facts straight, but I'm gonna even care less what the person's saying anyway. Well, that's just in the past now, so I'd rather forget about it. So, let's just say I just, like I said, too sensitive for the animals, because I have a soft spot for every animal. Although I may not be a huge fan of spiders, but I do feel concerns for them, no matter how I'm scared of them. So, two, the scene that we all know was coming for Bambi's mother. Yep, you got that right. She got killed off. I mean, I can't believe she got killed off. I mean, that's always leaving like the biggest question that we never get the answer. Like, who killed Bambi's mom? I mean, seriously, I would definitely gonna say, I don't know, because we never know. But there are also a few fans have this sort of like a theory saying it could be either Gaston from Beauty and the Beast or that villain. I don't know what his name called, but I just know the sort of villain from this film called Who Framed Mr. Roger. I don't know. I don't really No, anyway, I just can't get my head straight, So let's just say I don't know. I bet you guys could probably say the same thing, like you don't know. I don't blame you guys for it, because I know how it feels. Like we don't know who kills Blamey's mom, but it doesn't really matter who kills her anyway, because, like I said, we never know. But the important thing that we should feel sorry for both Bambi and the father, even the mother. But I would say I feel sorry for Bambi for losing his mom at a very young age. He's only a kid. I mean, let's just, like, he's only a little fawn. But I have to say that, like I said, I actually feel heartbroken. Like I almost cried at that scene. Every time when you hear Bambi's calling for his mother, or something like that, like really loud, like, like you can't see his mom anywhere. Although, if I had to admit, Disney would never allow us seeing their bodies, because it would be cruel and it would be terrifying for the younger users, and we have to think very straightly, because we can't just think about ourselves, because we have to think about the younger people. So let's just think about the children, okay? So let's just accept this sort of thing that Disney think of the good idea. So, okay. And I also remember the bit when Bambi finally gives up hope, and then his father just appeared out of nowhere and then said, "Your mother cannot be with you anymore," until, and then it's like sort of like a silent moment until Bambi's done into tears, and then that music started playing, and then the dad said to Bambi, "Come, my son." Yeah, I kind of felt remorse at that moment, to be honest, the way his dad said that. Like, although that did kind of cut off from the beginning of the sequel, he didn't even said, "Come, my son," in the sequel. I mean, I don't know if it. I think it did. I can't remember now. It's been a long while since I watched that film. So, like I said, I had to admit, I kind of felt sorry for Bambi, because he was only a little baby after all. So, number three, I didn't like the bit where, the female pheasant is too excited, but like sort of like a stress with anxiety, until she just gives up, and then she just like, "I can't take it anymore." Something like that, and flies in the air, and then suddenly, bang, drop dead. I actually can't believe that. I mean, what kind of company are you, Disney? Cheering or something like that? It's cruelty. And we did see, ugh, ugh. I actually feel sorry for that bird. Although I keep questioning, why can't you just calm down? Like don't get too overwhelmed or something, and just try be more calm, and until those men are gone. The hunter. Ugh. Okay, and the last one I don't like, with the scene where we can see the adult Bambi escape from those dogs, including those hunters. But even though he did go away, like eventually, just in time before he literally got hit by those hunters. But he was okay after that, though. But still, I didn't like that bit, to be honest, because I just found it a bit cruel. Seeing Bambi got hit after that. I actually feel sorry for Bambi. Yeah, tell me about it. But let's just say I kind of like. Let's just say I personally ship both Feline and Bambi together. In the first movie and the second movie. So I have to admit, the did kind of reminds me with as well. Obviously, Caleb Sparkle and Bobby. Okay, forget about that. So let's just say I kinda gonna say I love the second film, Bambi 2. Yeah, definitely love it alright. And personally, even though I have to admit, I did mention in the community post anyway that I did said that I always watch Bambi 2 the most. Although I still like the first movie. Well, Bambi 2, I just think it's more... I don't know. Even though I did said that I like both Bambi and Bambi 2 as equal. But it's kind of hard to choose though. But if I had to pick one, I would definitely say Bambi 2. Well, it's kind of obvious because I have grown to love it a lot. Because I just like the relationship between Bambi and his father. I always want to know what his Bambi's parents' names are. Like, it's really a biggest question that we never know. But we will find out one day in the future. Let's just hope, though. Okay? And I also, well, like I said, I personally ship both Bambi and Fawn in the second film as well. And you guys never gonna believe this. I don't like this new character in the second film called Rono. Although he did appear as a grown-up in the first movie, but in the second movie, when he's a kid, I don't like him much. He's just such an idiot. Like, just the way he bullies Bambi throughout the whole film. Seriously, dude. Can't you just at least give Bambi a break? He doesn't deserve your cruelty. Blah, blah, blah. Like, chit. Like, blah, 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 blah. Yep. Or this thing from the Hotel Transylvania, like, I just say, blah, blah, blah. Something like that. Don't get me wrong, guys. I know you're laughing, so, yeah. Including my own best friend. Okay. And I have to mention this. You guys may find it a bit of a shock. I believe the voice actor who did the voice of Bambi in Bambi 2 is the same guy who did the voice of Nemo in the first Finding Nemo film. Isn't that a surprise? I bet you guys were like, what? I'm a G? Seriously? Well, it is true, guys. So, I have to admit, I bet you guys will be like, okay, you got me. Something like that. But I don't blame you guys for it. Yeah. And to tell the truth, well, it's not going to be good. But I bet you guys might know what's coming. I believe there's going to be a horror film based on Bambi. It's going to be about Bambi all grown up, taking his own revenge with these hunters who killed his mom. If I had to admit, I'm just sick and tired with these people who make these horror movies based on the things from our childhoods. What is wrong with these people nowadays? Can't they just leave our childhoods alone? None of us deserve any of it, because some people might like it, but most of us don't. Geez, people. If I had to admit, I wish I could stand up for myself and tell those people to back off. Well, even though I can't, because it's their company, so I'd rather keep my mouth up. So, zip. Yep, just like that. But all I'm trying to say, I'm actually kind of disappointed about that. Yep. And I can't believe they did Winnie the Pooh. I also believe that they're going to do the same thing for the Teletubbies. Seriously now? Yeah, tell me about it, people. And I bet you guys will agree that we should do something about it. Yeah. Let's just hope one day those people who make these horror films will be arrested for life. Okay. So, so other things I could mention about Bambi. Well, let's just say I had to admit, Bambi films are kindly more like a spring sort of film, in my personal opinion. Even though I did mention in my community posts sometimes before that I do like spring, and it is one of my favorite weathers throughout the whole years, including summer, because summer is the best holiday ever, where you guys can have your a long break from from schoolwork and all kinds like hard work, whatever you guys are working from, whatever learning, something like that. So I just say I just love Bambi, and I'm going to mention that I do like some few songs from Bambi. Well, mostly from Bambi too. I would say the song called There Is Light and There's Sign of Spring, and the other song that from the end of the film, and it's called Through Your Eyes. But don't get me wrong, some people may not like these songs, but I kind of do. They're just uh, beautiful somehow because it just helped me realize how important what family is. You know, I had to admit, having seen with Bambi and his father having a relationship together throughout the second film, I would find it very cute. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that. Yeah, having a fun time with your mom or dad or something like that. Yeah. Every time I watch the baby that song First Song of Spring, I always pretend it was that I was Bambi and both of my parents as Bambi's father playing together. Like imagine that. And I bet you guys will feel the same thing for your own parents. Yeah. Okay. So, oh yeah, I do like Thumper sometimes, but sometimes he can be a bit cheeky towards Bambi and some other characters, including to his mum and to his sisters as well. Well, only in the second film with his sisters, I mean, because I believe in the second film, I believe Thumper's sisters is actually voiced by Ariel Winter. You guys might remember her from Sophia the First. Yeah, she's the woman who does Sophia. When I first found out like years ago, I was like, what? Really? Okay, something like that. Yeah, definitely. And I do like Flower, although that's just the name that Bambi made for Flower. It's from the first film. Yeah, tell me about it. I actually kind of admit I did kind of like that bit when Bambi called the skunk Flower, and I can't possibly blame Bambi because I just found that really cute to call a skunk with a nice name. Yeah, something like that. And do you guys remember this ice skating scene from the first movie? I had to find that scene very funny, adorable, and a bit awkward at the same time. Yeah. And I did kind of like this moment from the first film when we meet Bambi the first time, like when all the animals are gathering around, meeting Bambi for the first time when he was like a tiny little baby fawn, something like that. I had to admit, like I said before, I did find him cute, and he almost reminded me of Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, or or the younger version of Simba from The Lion King. Something like that, yeah. There are also a few male characters I personally like from Disney and some other cartoons. I know some of you guys may think I'm more into female characters, but it that doesn't mean I don't like male characters, but I still like male characters. But just because I like female characters more, that doesn't mean I dislike any male characters. I do like them personally. It depends on the character. So yeah, it depends on the character development or their appearance, something like that. So but don't get me wrong though. And And let me just gonna say that if you guys remember from the second film about Bambi's father is trying to, well, let's just say he was asking for help with his friend the owl. What the owl's name is called? He was asking the owl to to find a mother figure for Bambi, even though that he did kind of lie to Bambi throughout the whole film about he and Bambi to be together. But I can't possibly blame him though, because he thought that he did thought it was best. But I had to be honest, I kind of in between, like he did a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing. I mean, even though he did almost got getting used to his own son, but having Bambi yelling at his father about being abandoned once again, well, let's just say he did get abandoned by his mom. Well, let's just say his mom did got killed, but that doesn't mean he was being abandoned by his mom. It's something like you're no longer with your mom because your mom's not here anymore. But let's just say there is a difference between the being abandoned when your parents don't need you anymore, or being abandoned, something like that when you don't have any parents anymore because they're not around with you anymore either, because they either passed away, something like that. There are a few differences between about being abandoned anyway. And let's just say I kind of felt sorry for Bambi, even though he did yell at his father, and I did kind of find that a bit harsh when he said that when he let's just say the way he said to his father by saying, "I wish my mother was there instead of you." I was a bit like, Bambi, how could you say that? I mean, what your father did for it was best, but even though he did, well, I just I don't know. I don't know whether it doesn't matter whose side I'm on. It's just I just sort of agreeing with like I said, it's harder to explain. I can't get my own head straight and my facts straight. Hmm. Okay. I did kind of find it a little funny every time Thumper's sisters keep looking for Thumper in that second film. Like when they keep saying, "A big brother," something like that. And I was like, "Wouldn't you girls go to leave him alone? I mean, seriously? I mean, give him some space or something." But sometimes I just think Thumper should give his sisters a chance. I mean, even though his sisters can be a bit of a pain, but I just think they're just being friendly. Well, that's just my personal opinion. And don't get me wrong, I can be a bit like Thumper sometimes, like having some space, don't want to be any near anyone at the moment if I'm not feel in the right mood, something like that. But personally, that is kind of like a true fact because that's that's just part of who I am in real life because I don't really like having people like coming near my space, like going near me or something like that. And do you guys remember this porcupine character from the second film? Well, let's just say you guys may not like him because I kind of find him a bit rude, and he's kind of a bit, like he always disrespects other people. Well, I mean animals. I would say he should have known better. I mean, not everyone deserves what they get from that guy anyway, because they only just minding their own business. And just because they're crossing the bridge That doesn't mean for you to block their way. Just let them go past and just leave them alone. You big old bully, porcupine, whoever you are. Because I always want to go jump into the field and teach that guy some lessons and some manners too. And I bet you guys will agree with me, especially you, Soapy Pan. Yeah, definitely. Well, you did deserve at some time at the very end anyway what Bambi did to him when he just splashed the bridge and then the whole log just plunged the porcupine into the air and then he just spiked one of those dogs' butts. Now that's kind of crazy. And I kind of find one of those dogs kind of did deserve it anyway for being so horrible. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I kind of think that porcupine guy kind of find, like, let's just say I kind of find that a very good thing to do, Bambi, because he deserves it. So, well done, Bambi. Because he's being a big jerk. So, if I was Bambi, I would just say, or give him some, whoop, speak to me like that again, or you're going to regret it, because I'm the prince. So, if you don't mind, I want to see my father. Do. That's it. So like that. Even though I'm not Bambi, I'm just saying it as an example. So, just so things. Oh, and do you guys remember this thing, a groundhog sort of thing moment from the second film? I always want to know what that really meant. Like, what is Groundhog Day? Because I never heard of it before. I only remember from Bambi 2, but I never actually know it's actually a real thing. I don't know whether if that's just the event from the US or something, because I don't remember having events of the groundhog in my country, United Kingdom. But let's just say I just don't remember. So to those who heard of the Groundhog Day, can you please explain it or something, please? Because sometimes I'm not really good at finding information by myself. But I will find some information on Google. Whenever I feel ready, it's just I want you guys to explain for me. Make it easier though. So yeah, I just hope you guys like my video about Bambi. So if you guys like Bambi, then that's okay, because I kind of agree with you guys because I love Bambi so much. And to those who doesn't like Bambi, keep your opinions to yourself, okay? But I will handle your opinion, but sometimes some of your negative opinions, it's a bit too harsh, I would say, if I have to admit. And like I said, if you're new to my channel, be free to subscribe, give it a like to my video, and be free to press the notification bell so you can receive my video every day. So, I hope you guys enjoy my video, and if you have any sort of questions, be free to do so in the comments. So, I'll catch you guys very later. Bye.